Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and today we are going to look at the Chest Krusher and how it was used by Sergio Oliva to develop his massive chest, and how specifically he used it to bring out the freaky striations he was so well known for. Especially in his chest. I mean, looking at these photos and rare videos that exist still of Sergio, it is easy to see why, besides the victory pose, why he loved hitting the most muscular pose, smiling at the reaction of the crowd as they awed over his ridiculous chest striations. I mean, look at that. Damn! It's like hundreds of fingers all over that slab of chest muscle. Sergio was a true genetic freak, but let's have a look at how the Chest Krusher helped him bring out those chest striations. The Chest Krusher was originally developed by the York company run by Bob Hoffman, and the York Chest Krusher is now just a relic of the past. The only Chest Krusher that is now available and is way more superior in construction can be found at Robert Baraban's website shop.handgripper.net. Sergio Oliva would approve of this Chest Krusher, believe me. But now back to Sergio. Unbeknownst to most, Sergio Oliva was initially affiliated with the York Barbell Company because when he arrived in the US, he was first and foremost a weightlifter prior to breaking into the bodybuilding scene. For this reason, he used York equipment, and the York Krusher was one of his favorite pieces of equipment, likely introduced to him by John Grimmick. Training at the Duncan YMCA with the late Bob Guider, they both decided to turn a basement into a weight room where they began designing their own equipment from scrap parts and old gym equipment. Taken from an interview with Bob Guider, Bob recalls revamping an old York Krusher, which with even 5 springs is not that hard to close. They took the springs off, however, and upgraded it by using the springs from an Oldsmobile engine, which have much greater tensile strength, and they tripled the size of the York Krusher and bolted it onto the wall of the Duncan gym, essentially creating a station for developing crushing strength and training the pectorals in a most unusual way. In all honesty, one could say that the dumbbell fly is a similar movement. However, it requires one to lay down and lift the bells in an arc-like fashion. However, it can't completely replicate the movement or the contractile feeling of a chest crusher, and I'll explain why. The closest exercise actually that I feel and feels like the chest crusher has to be the pec deck. Even so, because it is a machine, it doesn't let you get under the weight, so to speak, as you are sitting in a fixed position in a machine and you can't use your utmost strength in this movement. You're basically locked in a specific groove that is determined by the machine. On top of that, both the dumbbell fly and the pec deck can be dangerous when approaching maximum poundage, in that the extreme range of motion places the shoulder joint, pectoral and biceps tendon under extreme tension at their weakest positions. The Chest Krusher, although allowing you to use progressive resistance in the form of springs, doesn't have the extreme range of motion of the dumbbell fly or pec deck, and is therefore less dangerous in that respect. Further, it is a relatively small piece of equipment that is also portable, taking much less space in a gym than a pec deck machine. The fact that the Chest Krusher is a portable piece of equipment allows one to exercise with it standing up or sitting down, or basically you determine the groove of the motion. When the sets get tough, you can move your arms in a more comfortable position, if you like, and a position of greater strength to actually close it, as you are not fixed like you would be in a pec deck machine. Again, you determine the groove of the motion because it is basically a handheld piece of equipment. The Chest Krusher is therefore more versatile and less restrictive than the pec deck. For this reason, Sergio Oliva used to not only train with the Chest Krusher station at the Duncan gym, but he found the exercise so effective that he used to carry one around in his car. In a conversation with his training partner and friend Alec Jakic of the Chicago Iron Brotherhood, which I still haven't released, Alec told me how Sergio would be walking down the street or sitting in restaurants in his leather jacket, flared pants, gold chains and fedora hat, and slip that Chest Krusher out from underneath his jacket and do a quick 50 reps on the York Chest Krusher with all 5 springs. shocking people sitting down to eat at restaurants as his already massive pecs would blow up like balloons. And the effect? You tell me if the Chest Krusher didn't help build Sergio Oliva'S massive chest. Can you imagine that though? Let's just think about that. Can you imagine Sergio in a restaurant, eating whatever he's eating and then just pumping out those reps? I mean, just imagine the look on people's faces. It's just ridiculous. But apparently that's what happened. Well, the effect, you tell me, like, if the Chest Krusher didn't help build Sergio Oliva'S massive chest, the crushing action and squeezing action specifically was excellent at bringing out all those striations that are so visible when Sergio hit that almighty most muscular pose. If you try out the Chest Krusher yourself, you will know what I mean. It really hits the inner portion of the pecs where all those striations meet. More recently, Alex Leonidas from Alpha Destiny has also found the Chest Krusher useful in testing strength and has implemented into his workouts. As I understand, the world record is now 9 springs at the moment. Just think about that, closing 9 springs. And it's actually held by strongman Greg DeAramo, shown here in this video. The Chest Krusher can be found once again at Robert Baraban's website, shop.handgripper.net, if you wish to purchase one. I recommend them. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give the video a like, subscribe and share your comments, and click the bell button to be notified of future videos. A future Sergio Oliva series will be coming, so stay tuned, where I will release the interviews with Alec Jakic as well as those of his friend and training partner, the late Bob Guider. That's it from me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now. The Golden Eagle collection is now available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. Select from Upper Body Muscle Mass and Power or Tom's Classic Leg Training Manual, also known as the Bible of Leg Training. All available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. Need a bodybuilding poster for your gym or office? Then check out Iron Man Magazine archive.smugmug.com for the highest quality posters on the planet. Scroll through the galleries of all the legends, including greats such as Arnold, Frank Zane, Sergio Oliva, Serge Nubret, Tom Platz, and Larry Scott, and much, much more, and select your poster now. Online training is now available, including my new program, Novice to Classic, a program geared towards beginners and novices looking at developing a classic physique, as well as Classic Cut, geared at those who wish to lose weight and gain muscle fast. Details available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. As a natural bodybuilder, it is imperative to know your own testosterone levels, as they are a reflection of the anabolic environment created by your diet and training. I would highly recommend using the male hormone test kit from Let's Get Checked, and make sure you use my code GOLDEN30 for a 30% discount. Again, the advantage of checking yourself regularly is that you will know how well your body is anabolically primed to put on the much desired muscle you are working for. Get your gym wear and Golden Era apparel at the new Golden Era Tees shop, featuring designs from the Silver Era and Golden Era legends, available as tanks, shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies in all sizes and colors. To support your favorite YouTube channel, please visit teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm for merchandise including t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, phone cases, and much, much more. Once again at teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm. Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the Golden Era of bodybuilding.
I don't think that Bill Phillips looked at it as, I want to compete against them. I want to destroy them.
If they pass legislation basically making any type of food supplement a prescription item, that would be the end, the death of the entire food supplement industry.
In the 1960s, the sports supplement industry was barely emerging.
I think the reason why Joe Weider was so successful was he had Arnold on his side.
He wasn't selling supplements. He was in the dream business.
Joe Weider was a marketing genius.
People would say the promotions or the endorsements back then were cheesy. To me, it wasn't. I loved it.
Fitness was taking off. Fitness became cool. You had a lot of readers that wanted to be like the stars that they idolized.
Bill's strength
It's his marketing savvy. He's a marketing genius.
Got it. It's only vitamin.
The right of American citizens to have free access to dietary supplements of their choice.
Consult your physician. You might as well consult the next guy you meet on the street. They don't know a damn thing about vitamins and nutrition.
The dietary supplement industry became the #2 most regulated industry. Nuclear, dietary supplements, pharmaceutical. We're more regulated than drugs.
They come in and you need to allow the FDA. They have jurisdiction.
The enforcement is kind of the questionable side of it, and how do they really get a handle on this monster?
A lot of people tell me that the dietary supplement industry is completely unregulated. It's the wild, wild west out there. It's a free-for-all. That could not be further from the truth.
A dietary supplement is not allowed to have a side effect. I always say the pharmaceutical has to have a minimum of 100 side effects in order for it to be a drug.
And now, it's a $40 billion industry and growing.
That's the really interesting thing, is the cast of characters from the 80s, when it was kind of iffy, to now when it's a lot more legitimate.
They made it sound cutting edge, revolutionary, and different, and I want that. That's cool.
We are in this industry to improve our health. It's not just a vanity project here. We're working on our lifeline. We eat a certain way to improve our health. We train a certain way to improve our health. Supplements are just that. They supplement your work, your graft, your nutrition.
They demonize dietary supplements, but they say all you need is real food. Well, what's a real food?
They pump you up and get you hard, stronger, faster, bigger.
Doc, I want to take this weight gain. I want to take this pre-workout. Doctor's, no way. That stuff, we don't know what's in that. It could be, no way. I'm not going to give you, it's going to kill the industry, bottom line.
So I must have drank so much protein powder from age 15 to 18 that my head was going to explode.
I believed in metrics so much that I would probably punch somebody in the face if they tried to take it away from me.
The golden era of bodybuilding was born on the sandy platforms, rusty rings, and blistering high bars of Muscle Beach, where young men and women performed feats of strength and gymnastics, igniting a fitness boom that would reverberate for decades. By the 60s and 70s, the golden era was in full form, spreading like wildfire, and engulfing a new generation of bodybuilders who wanted nothing more than an all-natural, well-rounded physique. This lifelong pursuit of physical perfection created legends, including a young Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno, the Golden Boy, Larry Scott, three-time Mr. Olympia, Frank Zane, and the Duke of Delts, Don Howarth. These men all had one thing in common. They all trained under the legendary Iron Guru, Vince Gironda. Vince believed above all else that bodybuilding was 85% nutrition, and he scoffed at anyone who took shortcuts to achieve their fitness goals. At NSP Nutrition, we hold true to our roots and maintain Vince's spirit alive by sharing his belief that all you need to achieve greatness is the right exercises, the right foods and supplements, and the right attitude. At NSP, you'll find all of Vince's training manuals and books, his many diets that pair perfectly with these exercises, and of course, small batch, high-quality production of Vince's original supplements. All our products are clean, superior formulas made from earth-grown nutrients, free of harmful chemicals, added sugars, and toxic preservatives. We make no compromises, take no shortcuts, and accept nothing but the best. Because the moment you decide to get back into shape or want to accelerate your gains and win your next competition, NSP will be by your side to help you achieve your personal health and fitness goals. That's how we maintain the spirit of the Golden Era champions and honor the legacy of our founder, Vince Gironda. Simply put, our customers trust NSP Nutrition, and they appreciate what we stand for. Once you become a customer, you become part of the NSP family. This is NSP's commitment to you.